Hi, welcome again. This is my third video. I upload to my blog techbizdesign.com to explain something about data analytics and big data. I like to understand them as enough deep explanation for non-technical roles. If this is the third one, there are two previous. They talk about data analytics and big data basic notions and how it integrates into organizations. If you have not seen them, I think it's quite interesting that you do. The complete presentation you can consult and download below aims to deepen a topic difficult to explain for non-technical people, big data. For that reason, I wanted to title it Big Data Does Not Hurt, or How to Understand Something About a Complex Geek Concept Without Feel They Are Speaking Gibberish. To start in this wall, the presentation covers different aspects around big data, from the simplest form of basic concepts about great importance for society to definitions and myths that surround it. A special mention has the paradigm shift that big data has involved in data management and data analytics. But at the same time, there's abundant resources focused on tools, processes and components that make up big data architectures. And all that information taking into account the state of the art, the trends and proposals from the key tech vendors. Presentation begins with a simple phrase, simple question: what is big data? To answer in a simple way, several slides are presented that delve into technical concepts such as distributed systems, the MapReduce, or the CAP theorem. But perhaps the easiest way to know what big data is by reviewing the different V's that express its main characteristics. People talk about the three V's of big data: velocity, volume, and variety. But they expand them to encompass other 7 V's equally important, like veracity or value, for instance. I know it's a topic, but that's what works best to understand big data. Okay, knowing what this new concept is based on helps us to ask ourselves the next big question. Why did this new way of extracting value from data appear? And the answer must be sought in how the way of accessing the data evolved. At first, the data were disseminated in multiple locations, which impacted in necessary time and money to analyze and extract quite good conclusions. Over time, the data warehousing concept appeared. It pursued the concentration of data in a single point. It was the one-stop shopping for our data. The union of these new warehouses with easy-to-consult tools such as business intelligence contributed to improve dramatically data consultation processes, being much faster to us to respond to business questions. But not enough. We've fallen short, I think. There are several shortcomings explained in the presentation that have caused we cannot reach the appropriate response to an increasingly fast, varied, and data-full world with only data warehouses. The tech response to face this challenge came from big data. In a few slides, I explained the substantial differences between the two disciplines. With high representative schemes, I tried to explain the paradigm shift that big data represents to acquisition and treatment processes, data processes, and for the modern end-to-end architectures, analytical architectures. In the same way, I make a point in the concept of data lake. It's something so fashionable in the world of data analytics today. It's a classic also in this kind of presentations. Well, this presentation climax comes when I enter into the closest tech part. Trying to be as didactic as possible, I explain with enough detail, I guess, the history and guts of a game-changer big data platform, Hadoop. My interest is to make understandable to you how this ecosystem works, from the description of its parts, description from the NoSQL databases to the data intake components, through all the other valuable components that allow data to be queried using SQL. This module ends showing the most used commercial and open source distributions worldwide these days, like Cloudera, HT Insights. Well, you have in the presentation. Trying to understand you a little bit more, a big data type architecture is present. I show you one that could be easily implemented in different existing cloud infrastructures. And to be able to contrast it, I provide some architectural diagrams proposed by top tech giants like Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, Alibaba, and Oracle. These schemes helps us to know very faithfully the state of the art of big data architectures nowadays. Finally, it's time to warn you about some unfounded myths around big data. It's nothing more than a list of the most important ones. Those you should keep in mind if you decide to push forward the design and construction of such a challenging architecture for your company or organization. And well, complete, don't you think? That's why my intention, being deep without being bored or presumptuous. I believe, I strong believe this presentation greatest value lies from the fact they are well-balanced collection of most relevant aspects you need to manage to really squeeze data analytics and big data, the big data power. Where do you play this tremendous power? How to do? Well, the answer to these questions means you should analyze all the external factors and apply a computational design process. That I think it's the easiest way for success in data analytics and big data, among other disciplines. Well, I'm currently working on an upcoming presentation. This will talk about how data science is integrated into this complex equation of analytics, data, big data. And I hope you enjoy it too. So see you soon.